For almost 1,000 years, this one building has been standing watch over Ireland's River Nore. It started out as, well, a pretty brutal symbol of conquest, but its story is just one of incredible change. Today, we're going to dive into the amazing journey of Kilkenny Castle. And that really is the big question, isn't it? How does something built for war become this beloved treasure? It's a question that gets right to the heart of Ireland's history. So let's follow the story of this icon, from being a symbol of foreign power to a landmark that tells the story of a whole nation. To really get Kilkenny Castle, you've got to go all the way back to the beginning, back when its whole point wasn't about looking pretty or attracting tourists, but about pure, raw power. Yeah, the reason this castle was built was crystal clear. This was not just a building, it was a statement. A guy named William Marshall, the Earl of Pembroke, he built this massive fortress to just dominate the landscape and basically scream that the English were in charge of the Irish kingdom of Leinster. Every single stone was put there to intimidate. And a declaration of power like that doesn't just happen in a vacuum. The castle's foundations are literally rooted in one of the biggest events in all of Irish history. The castle was born right out of the Norman invasion. It was a key strategic base. In its early days, they were all about nonstop conflict, including the Battle of Crookstown in 1315, which was actually a huge defeat for the English forces there. So from day one, this thing was a frontline fortress. But here's the thing. A building that's been around for 900 years, it just can't stay the same. As the constant threat of war started to fade away, Kilkenny Castle began a whole new chapter, becoming this living, breathing record of architectural change. And the transformation is just stunning. I mean, the original Norman style was all about defense. You've got these huge, imposing curtain walls and powerful round towers built to survive any attack. But fast forward to the 19th century, and with Ireland being more settled, the whole purpose just flips. The Gothic revival renovations were all about creating a massive, fancy home for an aristocratic family. So they added these elegant new wings and beautiful decorative windows that were designed for looking out, not for fighting a war. And yet, even with all those fancy updates, the medieval soul of the castle is still right there. The keep is just a masterpiece of old-school engineering. Those iconic round towers are still standing guard. And the chapel? Well, that connects us straight back to the 12th century. These are the original bones of the fortress. But the castle is so much more than just its stone walls. Honestly, today, its greatest value might be the incredible history and art that it keeps safe inside those ancient walls. Can you believe it? This old military fort is now a major art gallery. And it's not just any gallery. It has a world-class collection with works by famous Irish artists like Jack B. Yeats and the incredibly influential 20th century painter Francis Bacon. And the history here goes even deeper than the castle's foundations. Archaeologists digging on the grounds have found artifacts from the Viking era, things like pottery and ancient coins, which proves this spot was important long before the Normans even showed up. And then there's the paper trail. Tucked away is this huge archive, just packed with personal letters, official documents, and old photographs that tell the human story of the castle. You get these little, intimate glimpses into the lives people lived inside these walls for hundreds of years. So going from a private fortress to a public treasure, the castle's role has just completely transformed. Its importance in our modern world is, well, it's immense. So, just how important is it today? Get this, more than 200,000 people from all over the world walk through its gates every single year. This is no longer some private stronghold, it's a global destination. Its cultural footprint is just staggering. It's a protected UNESCO World Heritage Site for one. It was an inspiration for the great poet W.B. Yeats, and its magical look has even shown up in blockbuster movies. I mean, this castle is literally woven into the fabric of modern culture. UNESCO itself really nails the castle's dual identity, calling it a showcase of architectural and military prowess. That just perfectly sums up its entire journey, from a weapon of war to a priceless cultural treasure. Which, of course, leads to one final thought. After 900 years of battles, parties, and secrets, if these ancient walls could actually talk, can you imagine the stories they would tell?